check. Check. 1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We're there.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Studio Talk right here on Block TV with your boy Mohawk Rap Khalifa. Today we have an exclusive international guest right now, a legendary guest. None other than the man himself, Ras Pyton from Born Africans.
Bless up, me
Big up, big brother.
Bob, in the place. Yeah, what a joy to see you
man,
again, man.
man.
Bless up, yeah, man. No respect, man.
Yes,
There, I know.
yes, yeah.
Fugitives, that, man.
Yeah,
How
man.
you mean?
Born Africans,
yeah, man. Big up everyone listening and watching right now. You don't know
Yeah.
where they are. Black TV, the #1 podcast in the Gambia. Remember me tell you
Yeah,
that.
man.
So right now with the big man himself, you don't know Mohawk himself. So we are gonna take it through. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there, sir. See?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Bless
Ras
up.
Pyton,
Yeah,
welcome.
man. Give thanks, my brother.
What brought you here in the Gambia?
Well, don't know where they are yard, back a yard.
Back
So,
a yard,
it's
still.
like, yeah, man, after traveling and doing whole heap of things abroad and thing, it's like at a certain moment you just, have that feeling that it's right time to step back to the motherland, and try to contribute as much as you can and to develop and to elevate and uplift. So basically we are back home. You don't know, big up Gambia and big up every massive out there. So we are here to spread the love, bring unity, bring communities together, bring people together, artists, and contribute something in the music, and in general, do something, give back something to the community, because that's the main purpose of this festival tour that I'm organizing, which is the Big Jam.
Yeah.
On behalf
I've seen that you're doing a big jam festival in the Gambia here.
Exactly. Yeah. That's one of the biggest project right now I'm focused on. So it's all about uniting the community and putting Gambia on the spotlight internationally, so we can have like events where we'll even attract like a festival that will attract people from outside to come, especially, So we are trying to bring back something and to kind of, everything where we know our experience.
On the Gambian calendar as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically that's the whole movement. It's the Big Jam. And we are planning.
Who you doing the big jam with? Are you doing it with yourself and some other international artists? Or
the
local artists?
Both, because that's the whole concept is to bring international artists working together with local stars that we have here, local artists, and also discovering new artists, exposing new talents and all of that, So the Big Jam is a multicultural event, and we want to keep it global, so Gambia become like a hotspot for music, art and culture and things like that. So especially music, 'cause that is what we do. So we're trying to do everything to contribute something, in the development and upliftment of the people.
It's a good move.
Man.
Yeah,
True.
man.
Yeah, and that everybody's involved. Every artist out there will know, say, you have a vision to build something, for the country and for the people, for Africa in general. You're welcome, and more will be a great pleasure to have
I will
you
pass
out
through,
there.
I'll definitely pass through,
Real.
It's my thing too.
Yeah, man, of course, man. It's our thing. See,
for real. Yeah, man. So, Ras Pyton, you and Dr. Shaka and Ranking Fire. I call him my uncle.
Uncle, big up yourself. Why I say, I just talked to him this morning.
Big up yourself, uncle. Yeah. My mom's last name is Lee.
Yeah, man. Yeah, your family, man.
All of them, you're my uncle, you know what I mean? So, Jarbad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. True.
So, it's been a long time. You haven't, dropped any project as a group.
True. Real truth. Yes.
Can you shed light on that?
It's a good question, because I know a lot of fans out there ask the same question, and I know, because the people them love the music and they love the Born Africans and the music that we've been giving them since back in the 90s. And of course, if you love something, you want more of it. We all know that once you love something, you want to have more of it.
Yeah.
But I always keep telling them, which I will come back to, we have like whole albums recorded, but we still never really get to finalize the projects them to an extent that we feel like, it's ready for us to drop them out, because Born Africans music is also something that even back in the days, if you notice, we have a certain mission, like a vision that we want to. It's not like you just do a freestyle of a song and release it. Every song that we release is like we really sat together and thought about it, and our songs are very militant also, you know. It's not like, you know, most of our songs are very, you know, militant kind of songs, you know. So
like righteous.
exactly, righteous songs, consciousness and things. So in that aspect, and that is a thing that sometimes is you cannot rush it. When the time is right, when the vibes is right, you know, it will happen. And sometimes I also feel like, we have to come up with new tunes, and for sure, by the powers of the Most High, we'll come up with a lot of new tunes because we have endless songs. But I always feel like for us, there is also one big thing that we always check, that is quality over quantity, which means we feel like sometimes you don't have to rush to produce 10 albums, and I can advise every artist that, because sometimes only that one album or that two album or even that one single or that two single is more than
most of these big artists that you see around the world, they're touring with one album,
one or two albums, you understand? For real. And that's the thing.
Artists like Alpha Blondy and them, you know,
look, Joe,
so they just tour around the world every year. They're
same song,
you
know, because that music has something. There has to be something special, something really powerful about a music for it to stay for such a long period of time, like Alpha Blondy, them, Bob Marley, them, and many other greats, you know, even in Africa and all over the globe. So it's the same thing to, you see, born Africans, we all know that till today I walk on the street, I still can hear people that play praises here and there. I sit in so many places because I've not been here for many years, you know. So when I pass through them, I would have think that, well, maybe people forget about this song because it's such a long time. But it's like every corner.
It's a classic song.
Yeah, I hear it a blaze up. So that tells me quality is much more important than quantity, because we could have bring 20 other albums out which might not even make any sense, just for the sake of releasing albums. So we are not working that way, and I still feel like when the right time comes, which I feel is now, because we've been saying it long time, so now is the right time to come back and drop some new songs for our fans who have been waiting for so long, you know. Man.
So right here on Studio Talk, we talk about your career, we talk about your music, your journey. If you're a producer, we talk about how you produce your beats.
True.
You know, do you? From some time back, I heard that you were doing sound engineering.
Yes, I studied sound audio in Germany. Do you know a university called SAE Institute?
SAE, I know SAE.
That's where I studied. And it's worldwide actually. So, and the reason why I went into that, because when we started, you know, we were only musicians, including yourself, to just go to the studio and write songs and be creative, you know. That's the only part that you focus on. Now me coming here, and then I know even before you were one of the people who were into studios back then. I know that,
my degree as well.
Back then. But I'm talking about the 90s.
Back in the 90s.
Back then you were really interested not only in the art or as artists, but I could tell also you were, exactly. Because I remember we went to Illinois studio, if I'm correct, one of the time them, and I could see you were really a youth were kind of interested in that, you know. So it's the same like myself. I was only an artist. All I used to do is create songs, you know, create music. But as time goes on, you know, you grow up and you mature and everything, and you realize that, you know, sometimes you don't have to put everything on one thing, you know. A person can be versatile, just like you rap, you sing, but you also produce as well. It doesn't just come up like magic, but you put effort to make that happen, because you have that ambition. So basically it's the same thing what put me into production. When I was living in Germany, and I have my label called Rockstone Music Production about 15 years ago, which I started working with young artists around, you know, upcoming artists. I nurtured youths who were like 10, 11, 12 years to 13, teenagers, you know. I realized that they are talented, but they need guidance, you know. So I took them, you know, in my studio back then, and start work with them. Some of them are big stars in Germany right now. They mash up any festival. And if people talk to them, they'll tell them, yo, you know where we learn? Ras Pyton is our mentor, because I used to, and it's the same thing I used to do here too. You can ask so many youths that were inspired with my music, naturally, not because me have to teach them, just because I'm a person who love to share what I know, you know. But anything that I know, if you're around me, ask any youth. Not for the youth, then we're turn artists, they will tell you, say, yo, when know me, and them hear me attack, they will know, say, this man make me turn musicians. And I keep doing that, not only here, even in Germany. I can tell you countless youths that I put them in the studio for the first time. I recorded their first song, and now them playing big festivals and big shows, including Summer Jam and all of them.
Yes,
Those are my little babies, you know, my little youth them. So it's the same thing. That is my mission here, to come, discover youths, uplift youths, you know, bring new talents into the game, and just work with everybody to make the whole thing bigger, you know, because when we were young and things were not as it is right now, a lot of things have changed, you know. And I think we should use the technology as you just did. I come here right now, I feel good, you know. That is the same brother we used to do music and thing back in the days, and we come here and say, yo, the man have a vision. Come here and see you set up a studio and working progress and all of them. So it make me proud, because it show me say I'm not the only one. You understand me? And that gives you even more courage to say, yo, brother, come do this. You see, next brother do it too. So when we work like that and more brothers and sisters do that, definitely changes will happen. Man.
So do you have any plans of staying like for a long time?
Yes, definitely. Of not even staying for a long time, but it's repatriation. Yeah, man. We can't stay in Babylon for too long. We have to take back everything, and we have to take back even the music too, because the music belongs to Africa. Sometimes I used to ask myself, how come places like Europe have the biggest festivals, like reggae festival? It don't make sense to me, because Europe is not where the biggest reggae festival should be kept. The biggest reggae festival and the biggest Afrobeat festival should be kept in the continent of Africa. That's the real truth, and that's one of the reasons I'm here. I've performed in one of the biggest festivals in Europe, no doubt, but I'm here telling you that I want all of that festival, we to build something here bigger than that, that even the people in Europe will book them flight to come to the Africa Festival, Africa Big Jam Festival. You understand me? And this is the kind of mindset we are built up. Because if they can do it in Europe, we can do it here too.
Yeah, man. Why not?
Yes.
Yeah. Ras, like, was a couple of weeks ago, you did a podcast with Ultimate Media.
Yes. And we're bridging. Big up Ultimate.
Sparked some controversy about what you said about, you know, about the records that you sold, and Mystic MC had to come out and try to clarify that, and also some other stuff that you said. Can you just shed light on? You know, it's too much talk.
Good that you said that, Jano. Honestly speaking, I didn't even, because you know, when I met you, coming to you for a show, it doesn't feel like I'm in one journalist place and you know an interview with a journalist and think. I feel like me a reason with a brother, with an artist, artist brother. All of them are my brother too. Everyone that I have interviewed with, they're all my brethren. I love them and know that, big up. But this one is like artist speaking to artists, you know, and therefore. Even when I came in, I was just thinking, with you, actually, I want us to focus more on the important things.
Yeah, man.
Because you know why? I was surprised to see how the people could react just with a little conversation. Look, I'm not perfect, and I never claim to be. I'm not saying that I know everything, and I never claim to say. And nobody on the face of the earth can put their hands up and say they know everything. So basically, if somebody interview me, I'm just telling them what I know. What I know is not the truth of the world. What you know is not the only truth in the world.
That's true.
You can believe in something and accept something, the whole world doesn't have to accept it. That is a fact. So basically, I see a lot of people cause a lot of mix-up. And you know what? I can only tell you, I am not here for a mix-up, and I'm not interested in no mix-up, because if it was mix-up, I wouldn't even come here.
Yeah, you would have stayed in your place, you know?
Exactly, I would have just stayed by my side, come me alright with what me have already, you know. I could just do that, I don't have to stress out myself. But mix-up is the last thing that I want to look for.
Seeing, witnessing the music scene right now in Gambia, with the youths, and comparing it back in the days, the way we do things.
You know,
when there was nothing.
True. That was mystical.
How do you see the difference? And what do you have to tell the youths that are in the music scene?
True. Yeah, man. Well, that's a good question they asked there, because definitely from them time till now, I mean, from the 90s till now, whole heap of things has changed, you know, in terms of music style and so many other things. But just to make it short, because it's, you know, it's a long topic, but definitely Gambian music has progressed in many ways, because first of all, back then we have less artists than now. So you can tell that, you know, more artists are coming up, more talents, and you need that for an industry to grow. You need more youths to come up, creative, talented youths, you know, because without that it would get stagnant, it won't work. But even though all of that happened, technology has advanced, a lot of great things has happened, which we didn't have back then. You know, we have to really struggle to find studios. We have to do a whole heap of things. You know, we only work with cassettes and tapes. We don't have all these social media views that the youth them have right now. But one thing is for sure, regardless of all of that, nobody can sit down today and say their music today is better than the music from the 90s. Nobody. Because otherwise we wouldn't even be talking about it right now. So the fact is that with all what is possible today in terms of technology and everything, the social media, the hypes and everything, still the music is not better than the music before, and there is a reason why it's like that.
Because the reason is, back in the day, we were doing the music with passion.
All right, with love, man, real, yes, man, for real.
Nothing was there. We were not even expecting anything.
No, man, it's just for the love of it. That's a good point there. That's exactly how it was. I used to say that in some of my interviews too, when people ask about Born Africans, I'm like, it's not like we plan to get hype or to get fame through music or to make money from it. It was just something that we love. And we actually wanted to be the voice of the people, so speak out things that other people won't speak or they can't even speak. So when we realized that as youths, we see music as a very powerful tool. We just didn't see it as just our entertainment alone. That's otherwise we wouldn't have so much message in our music, because everybody know Born Africans music is conscious, and you can only bring out conscious music when you really think deep. Otherwise you just come with a music that everybody does out there. And that is something very important, and I think what you said is the key. Back then the people we do the music with love, passion, and nowadays them do the same thing too. But even one thing you could notice too, that I personally especially experience, is that how the music changed is that back then all kind of people, all walks of life used to celebrate Gambian music, mainly. I'm talking about, like, if I give an example of praises, for example, when it dropped, I see older people, younger people, women, men, all kind of people love this music, and I don't see like no separation, because right now what I observe is that certain kind of music in Gambia is only for a certain age or a certain group of people, certain genre and thing, because a lot of other people don't listen to it, So, and I always wish to break those barriers. I mean, there are different kind of music, and we cannot expect that everybody will love the same music. Some love reggae, some love jazz, some love Afrobeat. That's the way it is. But I think it's always good if we can create a music scene that more people will love, more people will be involved. I mean, a music that wouldn't divide people to be like, oh, but this is just for the young, this is just for the old, and this is just for females, and this is just for male. My vision is to have an industry that everybody celebrate Gambian music, both old, young, male and female, if we can create that more, and if the artists can think about that, not just, for a certain group all the time, but also think about to create a music that will last also. Because if you see, the only reason why we can sit here today and talk about Fugitives, Born Africans and many other groups is because they put out music that people love, and it has something great about it. That's why it can last so long,
Do you think that it's possible to bring back the old school on a one platform, like on a big stage?
Oh yes, for sure. That's easier than anything else, because I think the way we used to think, and I think most of us, because I know the Fugitives, all of them are my brother, and other groups too. So I know for sure that is a vision that can come true, because we know the power of unity, and we didn't start this from today. So for us to come back actually is the biggest gift Gambia can have. Our legends, anywhere everybody have to come back. Everybody who has impact or contributed something in Gambian music, we all come together and
be the DJ, a radio host,
right, exactly.
A presenter,
artist, presenter, anybody,
manager.
We bring all of them together, connect them with the youths. That is the real power, because that is when you will see that the global market and the big outside there people will look up to Gambia and see, wow, what is this? Because unity can do that, Only unity can do that if we come together like that. And I tell you, man, that's gonna happen. We are right on it. Yeah,
well,
man.
As far as the Fugitives are concerned, we're working on something like that.
True.
Something like a comeback.
Man,
stage.
come back, mad thing, man. Yeah, so the flyer just saw me a while ago. Mad, yo.
That's something that
I
have to tell the people.
Big up the whole Fugitives. Yes, man. Yeah, tell them,
it's gonna be in December.
Man.
So the Fugitives are coming with a big concert.
Whoa.
Get ready for that.
Mad thing, man. Hey, we have to be that one. Yeah, man, we have to represent that one, man. I love that when you saw me the flyer, I'm like, yo, Big up the whole crew. Yeah, man, you don't know. Breeze. Anyway, you big up yourself. Sam, boom.
Yeah, man.
Tasman, you don't know. Hey, come on. Run things. We have come back again, you know. Yeah,
So-
man. Seeing Sam Judge, big up yourself. Soon come. It's the legends on the road again. So, no time for talk. We have to
No
make it
time,
happen.
no
yeah,
time,
man.
no
For
time.
real.
Ras Pyton.
Big thing.
Good to having you on Studio Talk.
Joe, give thanks.
I've been longing to have you, you know, because I would love to have legends on
Same
the
way.
show, you know.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
should.
an honor.
It's an honor,
You
man.
know,
Joe,
big,
Joe.
big honor.
Yes,
you know what
man.
I mean?
It's amazing, man.
So I want you to just take us through the journey back in the day.
Yes.
You know, back in the Born African day, you know, the creation of Born Africans, you
True.
know, the history.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people, they need to know the history, you know what I mean?
People need to know, man.
Yeah, some people need to know.
True, especially the youth. The youth, them,
the
yeah,
young
yeah.
ones.
The youth,
Yeah.
them, you know, because most of my interview them, I tell them the same thing, you know. Like, unity is strength, you know, because how, for example, if you ask me how the Born Africans form, I always used to tell them it's not something where we plan, like we have to make a group to be famous and all of that, you know. Because when you think like that, sometimes you lose the focus, you know.
True.
So it's like Jaja bless with the Most High bless us, you know, and just make us come together and create that unity within. That's the only magic. That's when the real magic happened, when we came together. So it all happened like, you know, our ranking fire used to vibe with Dr. Shaka, you know, because they link up and know each other, so they used to vibe and thing. And I was a solo artist all the while. I grew up since a very tender age. I used to do music, you know, and I started playing drums and then later on, you know, vocals and all of them things. I was one of the first youth, I mean the only youth, younger than Pharaoh youth, them Pharaoh House crew back then, who could be around them. No other youth, not Rankin, not Shaka, none of them couldn't come around. Cause you know Pharaoh House was there before Born Africans. We had this discussion on the by ultimate, you know, reasoning. And
I heard
a big thing come out. A lot of people are saying, "Yo, Born Africans is not the first. Black Nature is the first." I'm telling them, at the end of the day, that's not even my point, because who even cares who come first and who come last? It doesn't matter. I'm just telling you the impact.
The thing is, like, I remember back in the day when we did the what you call it, the clash.
Yeah.
The DJ Clash competition that was held at California, that club right on Caravan.
Oh, but that was with Pharaoh House.
That was with Pharaoh House.
Yo, you have a good memory. Your man have a. Yo, I don't think many people remember that.
No,
many
don't
people
remember.
don't.
That was 97.
Wow, that's it?
Why when you
That
talk about Pharaoh House, I say Pharaoh has been there for a long time. But the thing is, like, Gambia, they recognize, they only know Black Nature. They form as a group. Like before, many people.
I actually didn't even know that. Did you know that before? I thought Pharaoh House was the first group formed, because those guys were the only rappers that I know back then. I mean, I'm not a person to who would maybe check everything.
That was Black Nature.
You know that for sure.
That was Black Nature.
Was
that
the
was
first
Pharaoh
rap
House.
group.
Pharaoh House was there.
I'm not
sure,
because that is a big surprise
that
to me.
thing, I'm not sure if Pharaoh Black Nature is the first group.
I doubt,
Pharaoh House.
I'm
not really.
I'm also
but
not.
we have to. You know, historians will.
Because that is because you know why I'm asking, because you were there. You were an artist in this time.
That man was affiliated with.
With
what's it call it? With Black Nature before coming to us. But back then,
all right,
I was solo as well.
True.
Breeze was solo.
And
then
Tasman
came.
Tasman
was the one who formed the group.
All right, interesting.
So we formed the group for a couple of months. We formed the group for a couple of months without having a name. So we've been searching around looking for name. You know,
interesting.
You know what I mean?
True.
So
how you get the name?
And then all of a sudden, Tasman came up with the name. And then we were like,
"Well, you're a genius."
A great thing.
Mad.
Big up Tasman.
Mad.
Man.
Mad.
We came up with the name, The Fugitive. So, and then we sat down, you know, and then we were like, you know what? Let's break it down. If people ask us, why are you the fugitives? Then we have to tell them. Like, we are the fugitives because we are running from ill society. We are running from, you know, bad things happening in this. You know, in our society, we are running towards consciousness.
Yeah.
So we have to explain the meaning of the fugitives.
True,
Not we are
true.
running from the law, or like
Yeah, I
criminals,
know.
you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
because a lot of
Something
people
like that, you know.
interpret it that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
So we have to interpret it in our own way.
True,
you know?
true,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
it's a
yeah,
movement.
it was a big misunderstanding when I heard
Yeah.
people controversies
Yeah.
start talking about this and that. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is.
But you see, the reality is that for example, if you would tell me that yes, 100%, you know for a fact that Black Nature was the first group formed, because I honestly didn't know. Even that, some people are there, they're like, oh, but he really know. How do you know that I know? If I say I don't know something, who are you to say that I know it? I mean, this is terrible, man.
Yeah,
So,
ridiculous.
I'm just telling you what I know. So right now, I'm asking you as an artist, can you tell me for a fact that you know, in truth, that Black Nature came before Pharaoh House, or they were formed as a group before Pharaoh House? Because I didn't know it.
Yeah.
And I can tell you many people didn't know that. So if you know it, tell to your audience.
What I
Yeah.
know is Black Nature came as a group,
Mm-hmm.
and Pharaoh House was Vex Gunjiman.
Yes, Vex Gunji, Rebel
So-
Badibu,
So
Yaskat,
So
them man them, yeah.
during the '97 DJ Clash, it was Vex Gunjiman that came to represent Pharaoh
The
House.
Pharaoh House,
Do you
okay.
understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was us, Vex Gunjiman, and Flying Lion was not on a group.
He came as
He
a solo
came
probably.
as a solo and he was DJing.
Mm-hmm.
He was DJing. He wasn't
True.
even singing
Rest in
or
peace,
rapping.
brother.
Yeah, well, rest in peace. Flying Lion he used to be my
True,
big,
true.
big
Bonafide,
legend, you know?
Bridget.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
True,
man.
true.
So regarding Black Nature,
Mm-hmm.
from what I heard this too as well, that
Mhm.
they were the first group.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They were the first group, but I'm not sure. There were groups before. Some rappers were here before.
I did. Which
But
one? I
as-
didn't know any.
You know, some like AK
I
Abdul
didn't
Kareem, like
know them.
Jake and Gray Johnson.
I
They were
didn't know
like
them
all
before.
all rapping. They were
But I
like
didn't
they
know
were
them. I didn't.
old school. You know what I mean?
Maybe
But
I
they
did-
were not like a group.
Ah, okay.
You know, they were
Okay, like
all
solo rappers.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know all of these names that you said, but
Yeah.
Black Nature, I definitely know the name. I just never know that they were really the first group from. And even if they are, that's not my point. I just want to make it clear again to the people so that they don't mix it up. I don't care who started what first,
Yeah.
and I don't care who started that. We are just talking about historical facts, and I can only explain what I know. And all what I said in my interview is what I know, So
Yeah.
nothing more than that.
Not
Who
more than
like
that,
it, you like it, and if you don't like it, sorry, I
Sorry.
can't help you, right?
Ras Pyton,
Yeah,
good
man.
to having you, man. You know, people talk. You
True.
do whatever you say, they talk.
Yeah,
about,
you know.
what I mean. But the most important thing is you as a person, you as an artist.
Yeah.
Come and
Straight up the
Spread
thing,
the
man.
love,
Yeah,
spread love,
spread the
you know,
love. That's
that's-
even the
that's-
thing.
that's
That's
the
why I
most
didn't
important.
want us
You
to
know,
go deep into
yeah,
that
yeah, you
topic
know.
because it already caused a lot of
Yeah, but
unnecessary discussion. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? That's not what I want to hear, and that's not what
Yeah.
I'm here for. So basically,
Yeah, man.
I'm like, you know what? Let not
Let not mix
stop
up
the
things.
people from we
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
focused on the
Yeah.
positive things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's better.
So you were talking about the journey,
Mm-hmm.
the born African journey, and then you were talking about
Yeah,
Ranking Fire,
how it
how-
came up.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I mentioned it in the other interviews, So it's the same thing as I said.
Okay.
Unity is strength.
Mhm.
When people come together, that's when the real magic happens. Because everybody have potential, in whatever you do. But the moment you can join with somebody else who also has potential, that's when you see the real power. So imagine a whole nation come together as one, a whole continent come together as one.
one, yeah.
What a great power. You
True.
understand? That is only when you can achieve great power, not single. So Born Africans, as I said, I was a solo artist. I used to roll out with Pharaoh House and them, as one of the youth, them we used to be mingle with them. But I
But
was
you've never recorded any solo project before.
before Born Africans, no, nobody even did, So basically, I recorded songs, but you know how we used to record back then? We used to, Matt Sakawa used to be our sound engineer. And if you notice, back then, enough
Yeah.
artists used to come from everywhere
Yeah.
to come to Matt Shaka Pharaoh House to sit with him in the studio. Because I have to say, he was the only one who was like cassette decks,
Yeah.
and he kind of created his own studio in
Yeah,
an analog way.
Yeah, analog, yeah.
Analog studio back then.
Just
Came
play
as
the
art.
instrumental here,
Yeah,
and
man.
then,
So people used to love
record
that
it on the other
on the
deck.
other deck. Yeah, so they'll play the rhythm here, and you don't know the cassette and record same time, and we have a microphone.
Yeah.
So that was the spot where actually, to me personally, and based on my experience, that's where Gambian music actually started. because I used to see them, man, they used to sit together. Yeah, Scott, Big Up Yourself, Gunji, Vex, Matt Shaka, Rebel Body. Them used to always do music. People know them. You know, their music was very much rap oriented, like Fugitives too, you know, because back then it was rap in the 90s was kicking hard, you know. So basically, they used to play. The only difference is that with them and Born Africans was that Born Africans came up when we met, as I was talking about the meeting, was like when Rankin met Shaka, they started vibing a little bit. And then they had this one show at African Village, which was a big show. And Rankin told Shaka that, you know, we have one youth in the Faro. We have to link him up. We have to link up the youth here to do this big show, you know. I'm bad. So them say, all right. So they came to my house, Dr. Shaka and Rankin, Big Up Shaka and Rankin, and Biggie. Don't forget Biggie, the man with the walking stick. I don't know, without him, no Born African. So he's always like one of the backbone of the movement. So when Rankin and Shaka came to my house now and said, yo, you know, so we have a show this weekend. So it was like during the week, and them came with a cassette, you know. I remember exactly, I had a cassette tape, recorder. I used to record a mic and them thing. So when they came to the yard, I just put the cassette in, played the cassette. The first song Born Africans ever did, or we even freestyle together, was it wasn't even a group, it was just about the show. But when we met, we jammed together. Dr. Shaka just played the rhythm and started singing. We don't need no camouflage feeling. We don't need no camouflage feeling. We don't need no camouflage feeling. Oh yes, all over time. Oh guys, so me say we don't need no camouflage. That's how it all started, you know. So when them do that little freestyle, I just pick up a verse, you know, and just drop the verse on it. And it was like, it was a magical moment because, you know, I never thought about the verse. I never wrote it, as I always say it too. You know, it just came. You know, them freestyle, you know, it was artist. It just came, and the whole text was just there. The whole message was just there. So when I dropped the verse there, and Rankin drop a next verse, I would start jam it up. So before the weekend, we already realized that, wow, this is like a wicked combination, you know, the way we sound together. Because everybody have a different voice, a different style, and it just kind of fit in right there in my house, you know. And then we get ready now for the show. The show was on Saturday, right? So we went to the show, man. And that was the first time we ever performed together. And when we touched the stage, the whole place realized that something different has taken place. Because to be honest, they never experienced that before. There was no group who came up and do something like that back then at that place. Maybe other places. But as we touched the stage, you can see that the audience were like overwhelmed.
Because I could remember back in the day, like when Born African came, they just changed the game in a way. You know,
changed the game, man.
Fugitives were doing their thing.
True.
They have their own genre, they have their own style.
Right.
Born Africans came, bam,
reggae
man. Dance.
It
and
just
you know, Gambia, they love reggae music.
They love, man. True. So, it's a reggae land.
On our side, the rapping was kind of a new thing, you know what I mean? They were like still, you know, they were like, these guys are good, man.
You know, man. People love it. Yo, Fugitives is one of the biggest groups ever in the Gambia. You know why? Because you guys were talking, you know, what your music, sorry to interrupt you,
no worries.
But don't underestimate Fugitives, you know, because without groups like Fugitives, Gambian music, like right now, the style where the youth them doing, you started.
We started
because if you didn't create that influence back then, the youth them wouldn't be doing that. Because I hear a lot of music coming just like that.
Exactly,
and them used to rap in different language like Wall of Mandinka and all of them. And then you started. You guys actually started that vibes, you know. But as you said, I think Gambia is more more connected to reggae than hip hop. So basically, Fugitives music was loved by everyone. We all used to love it and listen to everybody. But the reason is not because of the beat, based in mainly, to my opinion. I might be wrong, but I think it's because of the words and the message. Because what you're saying, you're talking about social issues, and a lot of people can relate to what you guys saying, even though they might not. The beat is not, you know, what really kicking them the frequencies. But
so they were like. You know, like, okay, these guys are rapping in Wolof. Wow, this is amazing. They've never heard someone doing that kind of, you know what I mean? So it was, but Africans came with the fire too.
When we came, we kind of changed it with the reggae energy.
You know, and then mash up the stage, you know, like stadium. We used to, like, I used to talk to, you know, some of the artists and tell them, like, look, you guys are talking about you've been filling up stadiums and filling up few city and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, We started that long time ago.
A long time we did
know
that.
what I mean?
In fact, we set that level because remember, before our time, that level wasn't there.
Yeah.
You and I know that for a fact. There was not even one single Gambian artist that you can say could perform at the stadium and fill it up. No one.
No.
When we came, like that's when that started.
Yeah.
In fact, Gambian music wasn't really there until we came back in the 90s.
true.
Before cultural music, that has
It was
always
just
been there.
the national troupe and
That
all
is
the other
okay.
cultural
And I also
dance.
wanted to say that what it also changed because cultural music is great because that builds the society. Without the cultural music, there won't be no inspiration. Because everything has a grassroots and a foundation. But basically, the music that is running right now and the Afrobeat and even the hip hop style that's kicking right now, that's what you started. And Born African just came with a different rhythm, which is the same thing, but it's like the rhythm. Music is frequency, it too. Sometimes some frequency resonate more,
That's what made it interesting. Because,
yeah, man.
The reason why is because when Born Africans came with the reggae dance came with hip hop.
Yeah.
And then the fans,
True. Yeah, man.
Splitting,
of course.
Okay, we are the Fugitives fans, we are Born Africans fans,
True,
what I mean? So you see that the fan rivalry, not us though, but the fan rivalry started, you know what I mean? That's why whenever we are on stage together, it's like the fans that came out with more fire. You know what I mean? It was like a competition, back then. We used to enjoy it,
Yeah, man. It was
like today we're gonna mash up the stage, and the pipeline crew will come, and then all us Bakau youths will come for Born African, and it was
massive.
amazing. Man.
Yeah, man, it was
I used
massive.
to enjoy those days.
Yeah, man. Those days were the golden days because those days put Gambian music to where it is right now. Because before we only used to know when international artists or foreign artists come here. That's the only time you can see such a massive crowd. There is no way you would see any Gambian artist perform and when we came, we performed, we did it. We show everybody, say, yo, we can do it. You don't have to bring no foreign artists. So this narrative was like a turning point, where everything changed. And that's one of the songs where I know definitely has that impact. It's praises, not the songs that I talk about them do great. Every artist, no matter what you do, you don't have to be the biggest, you don't have to be the first, but if you contribute something, respect to you, because that is what it's bits and pieces. Everybody put their part, and we all contribute to it to make it where it is.
After praises, you guys had a record contract with Yellowgate Studios, the Illinois Chief.
Yeah, no, actually we didn't have any contract with Yellowgate.
Okay.
We only did the Normal War song with him, which we didn't officially release. We did it actually the first version of No More War when we wrote the song and we have the whole track and everything, the whole concept. We worked with Illinois and Yellowgate and he actually recorded the track. It was amazing and he put some amazing harmonies in it. It was a real heavy production. But we actually ended up decided that we want to do the whole thing more and in a different way. So actually we ended up doing the whole album in Dakar actually. The second album. The second album was 100% Born Africans production, because that was the time when we realized that we would like to control our own things and kind of be more independent artists, even though we would like to work with producers, but for the second album, for other reasons too, we just thought, all right, we're going to take care of it. So we actually invest everything that we got into the music to produce the second album. And you have to think back then, studio is not like now to go to Dakar to pay for everything to live there, because we were there like for months to do the whole work. It's not like you just go there 1 day, 2 days and finish an album. So it was a big process that we had to do to make the Normal War album.
We used to stay there for months.
Exactly.
Just doing an album, just record a couple of tracks.
Right.
Yeah,
man.
Ras Pyton.
Yeah, man.
Great to have you.
It's amazing, man. This is one of the best reasons, because I feel like me there,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because like the way I want the podcast to sell, it's not like an interview, like
more like reasoning. Yeah, man, I love that, man.
Talk,
man.
You know what I mean?
True. Because you're an artist, so you have to do it now. Up there,
Build
man.
up my
Trust me.
man.
Mad. It's really an honor,
So I think time is about to
wrap up, the reason is so nice. I won't even mind.
Too long, what I mean?
All right, we have to cut up the reason so and hide in at the studio. Can you see it behind you? Some mad studio, you don't know. Yeah, man. I remember with their Black TV podcast, #1 podcast in the Gambia.
Yeah,
check
man.
it out. Check
Yeah,
it
man.
out.
Studio Talk right here.
Yeah, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ras Pyton from Born Africans, and that was your show.
I'm gonna tell them about the Big Jam though. The Big Jam is
tell
gonna
the Big
start.
Jam.
The Big Jam Festival Tour 2026 gonna start this weekend, this Saturday. So we're gonna be live in Sanyang Flower Garden, and the week after we're gonna be in Gunjur on the 8th. That's Caramello Garden. We're gonna be there on the 8th, and on the 15th we're gonna be in Senegambia, Alibaba, with the one Legal Sound. Hans, big up yourself. And Brewfood Sunsplash ready again on the 23rd May, 23 May. We're gonna be live in Brewfood. Bakau, we're gonna be there on the 17th May. Don't forget it. Bakau Massive ready again.
Special
It's the Big Jam. Yeah, man. And Chosan, Senegambia. Last but not least, we're gonna be in Chosan, Senegambia. So thank you everybody for watching. We're there, Black TV, #1 podcast in the Gambia.
Respect, man. Ras
Yeah, man.
Pyton.
Thank you so much for having me, brother.
Thank you very much, brother.
Blessed
Thank you
love.
very
Yeah,
much.
man. Respect,
I'm
man.
really
For
happy,
real, you
man.
know?
Yeah, man. Respect,
Appreciate,
man.
man. Wow. Yeah, man. I love the vibes, though.